Hello fellow chartists, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am the Chartist, and today we had another choppy day for the SPY. Alright, now it's a little better than yesterday because if you look at the chart, it's above yesterday's close. So we had an update and it recaptured the 477 support level. Okay, that is a good sign for the bulls. All right, so for a recapture to be official, it'll have to be one, you have to close above that critical support level. So for example, we had a support level that was critical at 477. So the fact that we got to close back above 477, that counts as a recapture. Okay, this is the daily chart. Now if you're trading it and you need some, because it happens intraday, you need some intraday insight in real time. Okay, I like to use smaller time frames like the 1 hour to 2 hour time frame. Okay, so if you look here, now where do we get the recapture? All right, so right here, let me move the moving averages. So notice how down here we lost the critical support level of 477, and it went as low today. It went as low as 475.9. Okay, so in situations like that, when I see it dropping, I will wait for the next support level to enter, but I will also wait for a recapture. So around right here, we got the close at 477.17. That's not enough for me. You go to the next candle and you see that the low of this candle was 477.03. It treated, after it recaptured 477, the next candle treated 477 as a support before heading back up higher. Okay, and it went up as high as 478.5, okay, before it sold off. This happened in literally the last few minutes of the trading day, but that's okay. Okay, it's okay because we still got the recapture. All right, this was a false breakout right here. This started at 4 o'clock, so this candle is after market. I don't count it too much. I just count the trading hours the most because that's where the most volume happened and the most trading happened. So it went all the way up and then boom, it closed back below. So that tells me that SPY is still in basing mode. However, you look at a bigger time frame, which is where I base that's where I base all my support and resistance levels. Okay, you look on the daily time frame, it recaptured that critical support level. The bigger the time frame, the more of the true picture it shows, so it's more powerful. All right, so on the daily chart, 477 recaptured, which gives 480 a better chance of being hit. All right, that's his orange resistant line right here. Okay, make it a little lower. Okay, so it hit the high of November, and this is from the high, well, towards the end of November. All right, so our next one is around 480. Okay, that's our next price target, as long as 477 holds. All right, now I got less lines. You guys see that? I got less lines. Yes, it has so many lines, but keep in mind we are still in breakout mode. You can see from this white line right here. Start from the high of November to the high of December. Got a test here, and it sold off a little bit, but the very next day it opened at the breakout level and continued to go up. So SPY is still in breakout mode. So even if SPY comes all the way down and tests 472, 471, I would still be bullish. Okay, I won't turn bearish until that breakout level is lost. Then it'll turn into a false breakout, and false breakouts are very bearish. Okay, and if we do get the false breakout, there's a big move to the downside to 454 and possibly 452. Okay, so I don't have to enter up here. It's not a good idea to enter up here because we're reaching new highs. It doesn't automatically mean we should start shorting it. It's bullish. Okay, but if we do get the false breakout, I will trade based on that setup and bet to the downside. All right, even if you enter on the false breakout and you ride the wave down to the next support level, that's still a lot of money that you can make. You don't have to enter or predict the market. You just have to let the price action guide you. And as of right now, price action is still bullish. It's just basing. Look at this, all these green candles. If you've been trading for at least 3 months or above, and I'm gonna assume you invested in your education a bit, whether it's paying for classes or watching free videos on YouTube, you would know that this straight line to the upside is unhealthy. So to see it chop for the last couple of days is not a bad thing. It's basing. It's a good thing. It's a healthy thing. All right. All we have to do is continue to watch the support level. If one support level is lost, we watch the next support level at 474 to 474.5. And if that is lost, we watch the next support, which is at 471.5 to 472 right now. Probably as low as 470.5. All right. Those will be the entry to bet to the upside to the 480 price target. For support, that's will be where the entries are, or you can wait for bounces off of those support to show confirmation that it wants to go up and just follow the price action. Sometimes following the price action means literally following it. So the price action is already going up, you can enter going up. You don't have to perfectly time it all the time. You just have to monitor the support levels and the resistance levels. You get what I'm saying? So as of right now, it's still bullish. These choppiness is healthy. 477 got recaptured. We take a look at the VIX. VIX is still continuing to make new lows here. All right, it's still rejecting off the 5 DMA. Rejections off the 5-day moving average. It's a it's a bearish price action. Check out my video on when I explain how to trade like the chartists. Is my technical analysis video. I speak about the power of the 5-day moving average. Okay, the link to that video is in the description below. Check it out. So it explains how I do my technical analysis a little more in depth and what tactics I use. And one of those tactics is I use the 5 DMA a lot. It's one of my favorite moving averages. Rejections off of it is bearish. Bounces off of it is bullish. You take a look at the SPY when it's in a strong bull market. There's the 5-day. You see that it bounces off the 5-day moving average a lot. When it's when it's bearish, you see that it rejects from the 5-day moving average a lot. So to see that it's above the 5-day moving average, maybe is a little extended. The 5-day moving average all the way down to 473.98, say 474. Which is where our support level is. So maybe it needs time to catch up. Once it catch up, it's going to be looking like it's bouncing off of it again. And then we'll head up higher. So basing is healthy, guys. So I'm going to continue to follow the price action and be bullish. All right. And I'll keep entering and scaling at each support level. 480 is my price target. That is where I will look to take profits. Okay. Now, is it possible at around 480? It could start going down. We may have reached the top. Possibly that is a resistant level. All right. But we'll talk about that when it actually gets to that level. If it gets to that level. Okay. We got to remain flexible here. All right. We take back to the VIX. Bearish. All right. We don't have strong support. Maybe, let me move the moving averages. Maybe from this previous low right here. Right there. Change it to blue. That's a previous low. I'll change it to orange. Okay, that orange line is a previous low, which is around $16. Okay, that's a previous low right here, and then maybe we'll get some support there. But even still, it's currently at 1688. That's it looks like the VIX has more downside. And then a critical support level of around 14.9. So it looked like the VIX have more downside. So the VIX has more downside, and it's telling us, hey, I'm going to head down lower. It's possible that the SPY, once it's done consolidating, once it's done basing, it could head up higher to our price target. So that's my plan. Watching the support levels, buying bounces off the support levels, or buying the recapture, or maybe I'll have an intraday setup like the triangle pattern, and I'll look to take profit either at my resistance level, which is the price target, or where I'm comfortable. I usually aim to take at least 10%. At least 10% per trade. You make 10% per day, which is 50%. That's 50% a week. That's 200% gain in a month. That's a 2,000% gain in a year. Around there. Okay, I can't do math perfectly. Roughly. Okay, keep in mind the S&P 500 goes up average for the last decade 8 to 12% gain annually. So if you're able to make more than that, you're beating the market. You're doing good. You may not be Warren Buffett rich, but you're still good overall. And you can get better and use more capital the better you get. But anyways, 477 recaptured. VIX is still bearish. So, as far as whether I'm a bull or a bear on the SPY right now, I am bullish still. Until a critical support level is lost. Okay, which is this breakout level right here, around 472 now. Okay, moving on to Triple Q. Triple Q also had a choppy day. All right, choppy day, but here's the thing. During the intraday, it went lower than the breakout level. That's bearish. However, look where it bounced. That red line right there is the 5-day moving average. It's showing us bullish price action movements or habits. Okay? Not only that, it recaptured the 401 breakout level and closed above it, about 55 cents above it. So it's not too bad. Just like the SPY, you can see here that the Triple Q just went up in a straight line. Unhealthy. So this choppiness today, there's a little profit taking the day before that, that's healthy. Overall, price action is still bullish. I would continue to trade with the trend. Okay, so watch support, watch that 401 support, watch that 5-day moving average, and of course, we have this bull flag that also is a breakout level, around 394. Maybe down to 393.5 by tomorrow. Okay, watch those levels. All right, 401. Watch the 5-day moving average. It'll change by tomorrow, so please trade with the chart. And the 393.5 critical support level. All right, that's what I'll be watching for Triple Q. I am bullish as long as these breakout levels hold. Dow Jones. Now, I didn't really get to trade Dow Jones today. As you can see, it's very bullish, but it did not pull back. Very impulsive. I believe this is the third wave. Okay. Where are you? I believe this is the third wave. This is wave 1, 2. So I believe we're heading up for the third wave. Okay. Maybe a pull back from there and then we'll head up higher. All right. It's not going to be perfect how I have my waves. But I believe we're on the third wave. As you can see, Dow Jones has not made one pullback. Not one. So I didn't get an entrance on it. I'm hoping it comes back to retest a support level. We got support level based off of Fibonacci at 362.6. And of course, this previous breakout level, which is this blue line, which would be 361.6 by tomorrow. All right, 362.6 and 361.6. Those are the support levels. Critical. All right, to keep 368 in play. That's the next Fibonacci level. And then above that would be this white resistant line, which will send it up to 372, which also matches with the Fibonacci level. Okay, so I'm very bullish on the Dow Jones. So definitely watch the support level. If it comes down, I would probably buy into it. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just telling you what I would do. Please don't get it confused. I'm just telling you what I would do. If you choose to copy me, that is on you, okay? But yeah, I'm watching support level. That's the idea. That's the strategy. You enter at support to bet to the upside. Take profit at resistance or a price target. And if you're going to bet to the downside, you want to enter at resistance. And if you're trading with the trend, that definitely helps. Okay? Moving on to IWM. IWM still holding up for the breakout. We have the breakout right here. Still holding. Still holding up well. Came up. Tested. Still holding up well. This day right here on the 28th, it hit our 225 price target. Sold off. Okay, now even it's the same principle with this. Keep in mind, back in December 20th, this was as low as 208. In the past couple of weeks or past week, it jumped tremendously, went as high as 225.7. All right, it's reasonable for it to base, just like with the SPY. It's reasonable for it to base. Not to mention it closed above the 5-day moving average. I had a 221.5 support. I write it in my Discord. I have its own thing. See, that was support for IWM. Okay, and I always remind my Discord members to bet to the upside at support, short at resistance. All right. So what I did today was I bought the recapture. It went down a little lower. As soon as 221.5 was came back, I bought the recapture. I showed you guys in the beginning how to trade a recapture. I hope it helped. All right. But it closed above the 5-day moving average, breakout level, still holding. There's nothing, I'm not seeing anything bearish right now for me to worry about. Okay, 225 is in play as long as those support levels hold. The breakout level, which is at 220 and 221.5. And of course, the 5-day moving average is at 222.4. Okay, so still watching IWM, still bullish on it. I'm a little biased because I do hold positions on it. So hopefully things work out for me tomorrow. And we'll see, okay? Tesla. Tesla ran into this resistant line right here for this flag. Not once, but twice. Rejected it twice. Actually, it ran into it again a third time. Rejected again. So 3 rejections. All right? But to me, it's still basing. When you see it basing under a critical resistance level, that's not a bad thing. That tells me that it's building strength to get ready to break out. Okay, if it was a major sell-off, we would see it drop all the way down. Okay, let me see the volume. All right, low volume. If it was a major sell-off, volume would increase, guys. Volume would increase. Same with the SPY. Check the volume on the SPY. Low volume on the SPY. That favors the bull, because if it starts selling off, you're going to see a lot of volume, the volume increasing. You know, with market makers selling, and they sell big, and then you're going to combine that with panic selling by retail traders, you know, back to Tesla. So I'm not seeing anything to panic about. I'm just patiently waiting for the setup to play out. Also, look at this purple line. That was a previous high right here back in December 8th. It came to that previous high, bounced. It also bounced off the 5-day moving average. I talked about the 5-day moving average many times in this video already. Okay, I'm not holding position on Tesla though. I'm waiting for the breakout. Breakout right now is 1105. Tesla above 1105 is very bullish. We're gonna get that breakout, and I'm letting you guys know that I will buy the breakout. Risky, probably, but you gotta take on some risks to make some money in this game. Okay, and you also gotta manage your risk, which is hard. It's very hard. Okay, it's hard to take on risk and it's very hard to manage it. But guess what? It's not impossible. It's doable. It just takes time to master, time to get used to. All right, because you can have all the emotional intelligence. The IQ, the book smart, but you need emotional intelligence. You gotta be smart with your emotions. Okay, so what I'm seeing is I'm seeing basing just below the critical resistance level, which is bullish to me. A bounce off of a previous high, as well as the 5-day moving average. All bullish price actions to me, and low volume. Okay, so I'm not gonna enter until we get the breakout. I'm not gonna wait for a retest, but I'm just gonna buy the breakout. You know Tesla moves. Tesla's a very volatile stock, and one day Tesla can move $20, and one day it'll move $100. It moves a lot. Okay, just today at a high of 1104 with a low of 1064. It moved about $40. You know, that's pretty volatile. You can make money off of Tesla, but you can also lose a lot of money. This is why I'm trading based on the setup, as well as respecting my stop loss. Stop loss is your best friend. Okay, even if the market fakes you out, because you respected your stop loss, but then it goes back up, for example, and you're probably sitting there, oh, I wish I didn't have a stop loss. Guess what? That's what the market makers want you to think. All right, stop loss is your best friend, because even if you respect your stop loss, one, you manage your risk really good. It's a good habit to build. You should be proud of that. And two, there's always another entry. There is always another entry, because number one job of a trader is capital preservation. All right, I know a lot of people think it's to make money. That's probably number 2 or 3, but number 1 is capital preservation. If you don't have capital, you got nothing to trade with. Anyway, that's another lecture today. I hope you found something useful about this video. I hope I was able to help. I thank you guys so much for watching. I still got that $1 deal for to join my Discord for the first month, $75 a month after, but for your first month is $1. Come see what the fuss is about. See if it's worth your time. Okay, I got the offer until December 31st, which is a couple more days, and after that, I'm shutting it down. Okay, so that's the deal. Let's start the new year together, and I'll see you all soon.